What up? It's your boy Ross and 2K, and I rated Ja Rule's albums. Let's get it.
And this gon' put us on, yeah. And this gon' put us on. Everyone who said I wouldn't make it, give it to me, so I gotta take it.
Ja Rule came up in the rap game with Jay-Z, DMX, and the Lox, sharpening iron and sparring each other to become elite lyricists. So I want to declare it now to put some respect on Ja's name.
Fuck ass bitch!
I don't give a fuck about the side quest of beef with whoever.
Ho!
I'm highlighting factual, documented, on wax proof of Ja Rule's capabilities. Ja Rule had a total of 9 projects from 1999 to 2012. And without further ado, here's my ratings. Coming in at number 9, Atkins Files, Volume 1. Released December 2008. Out of 9 tracks, 1 was a banger. That's 11% of the album. And the banger is Get Up. And my standout track is Get Up. This mixtape contains 9 tracks without the interviews. It's a good formula, just poor execution. I'm going to spare the theatrics regarding the quality of this project if it wasn't already evident in my rating. Rolling in at number 8, The Last Temptation, released November 2002. Out of 13 tracks, 2 was bangers. That's 15% of the album. And the bangers are Thug Lovin', Mesmerized. And my standout track is Thug Lovin'. You couldn't give a classic off 13 tracks?
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
Select the right records, man. What the
fucking fuck?
Irvington, Ashanti, help! It should be no skips.
I'm appalled.
Coming in at number 7, Blood in My Eye, released November 2003. Out of 14 tracks, 3 was bangers. That's 21% of the album. And the bangers are The Life, Clap Back, The Crown. And my standout track is The Crown. Ja is a magician with switching up the end rhyme. He might rhyme 2 bars, then switch on the third. And you can't even tell. It's like a sneaky jab. You don't see it coming, but you feel it. Bouncing in at number 6, Rule 336. Released October 2000. Out of 16 tracks, 4 was bangers. That's 25% of the album. And the bangers are Between Me and You, Put It On Me, I Cry, One of Us. And my standout track is Love Me, Hate Me. Melodic Ja on ecstasy. So it starts. Ja was destined for this style of music. Sweet melodies with teary vocals and a boom bap bass line. Ja inserts that assonance
Pause.
to tie the bow. All things being said, too many skits rolled up in a mid-pack.
You said this was endo. Smell like outdoor.
Jumping in at number 5, The Mirror, released July 2009. Out of 21 tracks, 7 was bangers. That's 33% of the album. And the bangers are Intro, Enemy of the State, Body, Sunset, Hearsay, Sing a Prayer for Me, Style on Them. And my standout track is Judas. I looked up how many copies this project sold to see if I was one of the many that slept on Ja after 2004 when he released New York on the album Rule.
I got 100. I'm from New York.
This album sold 685,000 total copies according to SoundScan. First week album sales were not available anywhere. Conspiracies. In an interview with Gail Mitchell, the executive director of Billboard magazine, Ja describes this project as a reflection of the professionally and personally turbulent period that included the 50 beef.
The beef between 50 Cent and Ja Rule started in the streets in 1999.
I'm in a club. He see me kicking it with the nigga that robbed him.
Words are exchanged and blows thrown as the two square off in Atlanta.
An FBI money laundering case against Irv Gotti.
And they was about to give me a check for like $65 million. And that's why the government came in. Because you gave him that money of which he's helping this fucking drug dealers supreme out.
He says he's come out of it wiser and more open-minded. The Mirror reflected that sentiment. Coming in at number 4, Pain is Love. Released October 2001. Out of 16 tracks, 6 was bangers. That's 37% of the album. And the bangers are Dow M for Murder, Living It Up, Always on Time, Down Ass Bitch, Never Again, I'm Real Remix. And my standout track is So Much Pain, tribute to Tupac. What you hear on this album is Ja swimming with the tide, leaning into the harmonious approach that birthed the Ashanti duet, the J-Lo imprint, the very essence of what the world came to love Ja Rule for in regards to global appeal. He was on top of the world at this present moment, and the rise was steep.
And the winner is Put It On Me.
The Murder Inc. has arrived.
Coming in at number 3, Pain Is Love 2, released February 2012. Out of 13 tracks, 5 was bangers. That's 38% of the album. And the bangers are Parachute, Black Vodka, Superstar, Pray, and Drown. And my standout track is Black Vodka. This was a solid album. Ja took some creative risks, pulling from the alternative genre, and the beat selection was divergent with guitar notes and piano keys. This project was released in the midst of a 2-year prison sentence that was handed down the previous year in June 2011 for possession of a semi-automatic handgun that was recovered during a traffic stop in 2007.
Queens-born rapper Ja Rule pleads guilty to attempted criminal possession of a weapon after police stopped him in July 2007. Officials said they found a loaded semi-automatic gun in the back of his luxury sports car after he was pulled over for speeding.
If that wasn't unfortunate enough, there was also a case of tax evasion, which Rule pled guilty in March 2011 and was given a 28-month prison sentence to run concurrent with the original 2-year sentence he was already serving. We're getting down to the wire, to revealing Ja Rule's #1 greatest album of all time. Rolling in at number 2, Veni Vidi Vici, released June of 1999. Out of 20 tracks, 8 was bangers. That's 40% of the album. And the bangers are Let's Ride, Holla Holla, It's Murder, Murder for Life, Daddy's Little Baby, Race Against Time, Only Begotten Son, The Murderers. And my standout track is Only Begotten Son. This album is probably the most authentic classification you'll hear from Ja's discography relating to his story. You might as well call him Frank, cause this man was honest. Also, on the track The Murderers, Black Child had me like,
in the world that's ice cold, blacks die slowly, cats snatch rollies, gats and leave you holy.
He slaughtered that record. Alright, the big reveal. Ja Rule's #1 greatest album of all time. Flying in at number 1, Rule, released November of 2004. Out of 18 tracks, 8 was bangers. That's 44% of the album. And the bangers are Last of the Mohicans, Wonderful, What's My Name, New York, The Manual, Gun Talk, Life Goes On, Passion. And my standout track is Passion. The song New York gotta go in the Rolodex of one of the greatest hip-hop songs in history.
I'm from New York.
It's so fire.
Planes.
The record Passion was a wrap-up of the events that was plaguing Ja the few previous years leading up to the album release.
The FBI raided the New York offices of the hip-hop record company Murder Inc.
You say that you and your crew beat up 50 Cent in Atlanta.
I see him, he pulls up. So we get to talking, the talk got heated, and so he swings at me. But I dipped it and then hit him with the bat, boom! So now we start tussling. Me and my niggas proceed to whoop his ass while his niggas did nothing.
And although the FBI case against CEO and best friend Irv Gotti didn't threaten Rule's immediate freedom, you could tell it was weighing on him. Ja has to be one of the most misunderstood artists. He was labeled as a gangster rapper right up until the beef with 50 spilled over. But having the opportunity to recap Ja's catalog in grave detail, Rule spewed pain and used his bassy vocals to convey that emotion. He spoke of his faith in God and his troubled youth, which would bear the message of a stand-up man with aspirations of relatability with the common man, and dope records to appease the world. It's murder. Roston 2K. I'm out.